In this episode, we will be uploading the soil test data that we received from the soil test lab after they have carefully examined the results of the tests and applied them into a shapefile ready to be uploaded into the Farm tab. To add this into the Farm tab, first we must confirm that the shapefile that we are importing is saved as a polygon file, not a point file, as the portal cannot read just point files due to the lack of spatial data incorporated into that file. Once we've confirmed that the shapefile is correct, we will upload it by clicking on the plus symbol at the top of the page. Then we must click on Management Zone. From there, we have the ability to upload a shapefile, create from a layer, or draw a zone. For this example, we want to upload from a shapefile. We must then apply the shapefile to a zone group. For this video, this has already been entered into the system as soil tests. If you do not have a group in the drop-down window labelled soil tests, simply create a new one using the Create New Group window. Once we've confirmed the group, click Next. This will take us to the next page where we must select a zone file from our computer, remembering that this must be in a zip folder. You'll now notice once a file has begun loading into the portal that several different shapefiles have appeared to be imported. These are all the different soil-related data that was collected from the tests. Once you are happy with your import, click Next. This will then bring you to the Attributes folder. This states all the different data attributes that will be imported with these shapefiles. Once you've selected the components you wish to import, click Finish. This will begin the importing process. Once all those files have been imported, you can now refer to the correct paddock that these management zones were applied to. If at first they don't appear, simply refresh your browser to reload the Farm tab. You'll now see the raw soil test data. This will need to be selected and itemised into zones for easier interpretation of the data. To do that, simply go into the Settings menu and select Zones at the very top of the page. From there, we must click on Management Zones. In this page, you'll notice all the management zones appear with their respective attributes and field names. From here, we must double click on a specific attribute and correctly apply its data into a zone layer for better interpretation of the high and the low areas of the field. The raw data is quite easy to point out, as it displays a field with different coloured layers. These must be simply applied to the correct zone by using the data associated with the attribute. In this example, the attribute name pH units must be applied and zoned against a pH attribute. To do that, simply select the correct layer according to the attribute. Once the correct layer has been assigned, this will take you to the zone creation page. Again, as this is the raw information, we want to delete any of the existing data within the pH units layer and reapply those zones based off the pH layer. To delete any layer, simply press the cross on the far right of each zones to remove it from the page. We then want to add in the correct amount of zones associated to this attribute. For this example, being the pH layer, we need a total of 8 zones representing this paddock. These can all be drawn and managed by clicking on the pencil next to each zone. From there, you can delete, add, or manage the different points within the layer. Once you have successfully drawn each zone, we must now apply the traffic light colour scheme to these zones. The purpose of the traffic light colour scheme is to highlight the high, medium and low areas within the field, so the soil test data can easily be displayed over a yield or protein map to show the good, the average and the poor areas of the field. In this video, we are simply using the lowest number as the red areas, then working through from red to orange, then to yellow, onto green, and then blue as the highest area of the field. Once you have applied this against all the zones in the field, click Finish. This will then apply that corrected zone data against the field, and will then be viewable as a corrected management zone in the field view. Once you've applied these against all the zones in the field, click Finish. This will then apply that corrected zone data against the field and will then be viewable as a corrected management zone in the field view. Once you are happy with how that looks, go ahead and complete the same process for the remainder of your attributes.